at the beginning that you were the latest bombshell in this feeding frenzy, right? You were the latest bomb dropped in this feeding frenzy. So with every new revelation, I guess the intensity of the story was ratcheted up. And I can't remember, were you the second or third person that came out?
I was the second.
Yeah.
I was the second, and I had contact. When Irene came forward, I did not know she was going to, and I was planning to come forward on that Monday. And she came forward, and it sort of gives you pause as well, and then it makes you think, well, do I still need to come forward? She's carrying the water here. She's made her statement. And one of the reasons I decided to come forward was because I feel very lucky too circumstantially because there were so many credible women that came after me. So I don't feel that the spotlight was as harsh as it could have been because there were so many credible women.
Well, that's a good point.
Putting their stories forward. So
yeah, when you came forward, did you have a feeling as though, I could be seen as just some opportunist that wants to get in on the fight?
I absolutely felt that way. I absolutely knew that was a risk, and I'm thinking there are probably still some people that believe that. But I decided to come forward anyway, mostly because, and you look at the women that came after and before, I just thought more truth is better. I guess that's probably your mantra as well.
Again, questions from the audience. We're happy to take questions.
We want to get F's here.
Pardon me?
We want to get good grades.
Oh, we want a grade. Okay. Well, Matt, we need a grade from Matt too. But Laura, let's have a grade from you first.
I'm going to give a solid B+.
Yeah.
I do feel like the reason we didn't tip over into A are some of the things I mentioned, but also the sexual harassment remains a problem, and I think that was one of the shocking things that wasn't followed up on. I mean, we sort of like the sensational story, watching how the mayor responded to all of this was a story, but what about the story of all the other women that this happens to? Because it was frightening that it was to a person, people I talked to, and when you're in this situation, you do recognize how pervasive it is, and we haven't had recognition of that in quite some time, and I feel like it's due.
Okay. Matt, pull the microphone over toward you. Give us a grade.
I would give you incomplete.
There's a political answer.
and the reason I say incomplete because I think this story is not over. I think what's out there in terms of the blogosphere, in terms of some of the articles that KPBS continues to post prominently, are going to be relitigated over time. And the question that I think is going to be out there that could change the grade one way or another, who's going to be courageous enough to go through point by point and look at those stories and ask how did that story or a series of those stories get published. So incomplete is the grade.
Okay.